So, as I was mentioned, I come from a Bedouin background. I was born as a Palestinian inside. To take it a bit? Okay. Like this? Yeah? Is it good? I come from a Bedouin background. As a Muslim Palestinian, I grew up inside of Israel. And already from early age, I noticed that life for me as a female, as a woman, is not like the same thing as my brothers. And I faced already the discrimination between me and my brothers in small and big things. And my resistance and my fight already started from a very young age. See it that in the Arab society, in the Muslim society where I come from, the occupation that we handle, the political situation that we are in, is not only one layer of occupation. It's not only the political occupation, but it is, we say that Palestinian women, we are in a triple occupation. There is from one side the political situation that is oppressing us and putting us down, and then there is another layer where is the Israeli society, where we as Palestinians are second-class citizens. But then we come to the third layer of occupation, where I want to mention it and put it very clear that without addressing it, there is no way to solution. It's our own society, the Palestinian society, and the men in our society, where this situation of being a woman is not immediately being recognized and being seen. There's a professor, Fatima al-Marnisi from Morocco. She says, when you are born in times and places where your skin is a political issue, you have to become radical. And what does she mean of being, your skin is a political issue? In my society, in my country, in my village, in my tribe, I cannot dress like this. I cannot show my shoulders. I cannot that my skirt is a little bit like this. This is already a reason to kill me. And so when the skin is a political issue, you have to become radical. And my question is, how is it to become radical? What does it mean to become radical? And most of my life as a young person, I thought to become radical is to resist. To resist means to fight. And then I noticed that I was so much fighting patriarchy, I was so much fighting men in front of me that I could not allow myself to fall in love. I could never surrender to love. I married twice, and I have an honor of being divorced twice, which is something so unusual and unaccepted in our society. But I noticed that time and again I'm falling in the same place, that I could not allow myself to fall in love, to surrender to love, to surrender to a man whom I am in love with, because I always mixed it between him and patriarchy. So I started fighting the things that I am longing for, the man that I'm in love with. To become radical is to distinguish between love and the person who is in front of us and the system that we are both victims of it. To come to a radical place of understanding that both men and women are victims of this system that we built in a wrong way is a radical thinking. So we don't waste our time on fighting the person who in front of us, but giving a hand of solidarity, of inviting the man to change the situation that we are both in it. I come from a society, as I said before, that we are living under occupation, and we are mixing the fight against the occupier, in this case Israel. Meanwhile, we are keeping the same patterns that Israel is using against us, which is suppressing the Palestinians. We use it in our society to suppress elements inside of us, which is the main element, the woman. And in the first Intifada, I remember when we were as political activists, as women, as a feminist movement, asking our leaders and our companions for the women's rights, they would say, excuse me, it's not time now. We have the occupation to fight against. Huh? We have no time now for women's rights and women issues. Yeah? We don't have time for it. There is the occupation, there is this and that. And this was the moment in the feminist political movement of Palestinians to distinguish and to see that we cannot fight, we cannot resist the outside without looking into the patterns that we have inside of us. The occupation is taking lives of Palestinians and of Israelis, as it was now 2,000 people. But in the same time, one cannot just shut up and say that every year, only in Palestine, there is 75 women who are killed in what is called the honor of the family. The honor of the family means if my brother, who is by accident must be here, yeah. If my brother would see me flirting with a man who is not my husband, he has the duty and the honor and the right to kill me. This is what is called the honor of the family. And each year there is 75 women who are killed inside Palestine for these issues of jealousy, issues of ownership, issues of possession to women and seeing a woman as a thing and not as a spirit. And we as Palestinians have to address this issue and not only accuse the occupation for our inner patterns. For me, addressing inner patterns inside of our society is a radical political work.